Shalom, shalom, Yahshua. All praises to Yahshua Mashiach. Indeed, his mercy endures forever. Shalom to the entire family. Shalom. Welcome to Life or Death. Shalom to the entire family. Shalom. Welcome to Life or Death. Let us start with the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. Giving thanks to the Most High Power through his beloved Son Hamashiach Yahushua. The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Adonai Hamashiach, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him. So everything that we are doing, whether it is in talk or in action, we must, we should, we have to, and we ought to give thanks to the Most High via his beloved Son, Hamashiach Yahushua. Let us go to the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. The minute that we stray away from the laws of Yah, we must expect death to follow us. The minute that we stray away from the commandments, from the statutes of the Most High, we ought to expect evil happenings to come on our way. The title of the class tonight is The First Karens. Shalom, Brother Denbo. What does this title mean? The First Karens. What does this title mean? Many of you that have been following the Light of Zion, you can see that we are currently in the book of Numbers. So far, we are in chapter 15. We just ended with chapter 15. What have you been seeing in the last three chapters that we covered yesterday? From chapter 13 all the way to chapter 15 in the book of Numbers, what can you see or what have you been seeing? You know, this class is an interactive class where we go over a specific subject, where we keep the questions within that subject. Yeah, so far in the book of Numbers, we are in Numbers chapter 15. What have you been seeing? You have been seeing that Israel is always, or was always, or I can say has always been in a state of complaining, in a state of murmuring. That is why you see the title of the class is The First Karens. Many of us that work with Edomite women, we can see that I'll even say 90% of the time they are complaining. 90% of the time they have to report somebody. You can see that with our people in the book of Numbers, that we were always complaining about anything, about something. Well, we that's why we say the first Karens, where we characterize our people as the first Karens. Why? Let's go to the book of Exodus, chapter 16. We'll start at verse 2. What is the meaning of the word Exodus? What is the meaning of the word Exodus? Yes, to live, to exit. Let's see what the Most High says in the book of Exodus, chapter. Let's start verse 1. The book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 1. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came onto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after the departing out of the land of Egypt. So on the 15th day of the second month, we were living. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Exodus chapter 16 and verse 2. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron. We always have something to complain about. We always have some issues with something. That is a major problem that we have as we Jews. We always want to grumble about something. That is the problem, Israel. Yes, it is good to have drive. Yes, it is good to test yourself to see how you can get more in life. But in no way, shape, or form should you always complain. In no way, shape, or form are you to complain for things that are irrelevant. Think about it, Israel. At this time, we just left Egypt. In Egypt, we were slaves. But now the Most High we were free. He was leading us to the land of Canaan. Instead of staying in the good grace of Yah to get to the land of Canaan, our forefathers, they took pleasure in murmuring. They took pleasure in complaining. Verse 3, and the children of Israel said unto them, the them here represents Moses and Aaron, would to Yah we had died by the hand of the Most High in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Now we all remember that Moses didn't want to go, but the Most High, he had to go anyway. The Most High had to force him to go to redeem us from the Egyptians. Now, look at our people. They say that they would rather die in the land of Egypt. We have to learn from the mistakes of our forefathers. Now, many of us may not be complaining about what they were complaining then, what they were complaining about then. Guess what? That spirit of murmuring, that spirit of complaining is still on our people. Think about it, Israel. Let's say you call a brother or a sister. You call that brother up. You say, my brother, how do you do? My brother, the white man is keeping me down. The next day, oh, my brother, how do you do? My brother, I think that I have to get a new car because I do not like this car anymore. The third time, he has something else to complain about. Guess what? At some point, you will be tired of this brother. At some point, you will not even want to call this brother anymore. Why? Because you, in your mind, you are thinking that, hey, if I call him, he will complain about something. Or if there is nothing to complain about, he will manufacture something to complain about. That is Israel in a nutshell. That is why the title of the class is The First Karens. We are the first Karens, always complaining about something. Oftentimes, what we are doing, we are making the Most High angry. Verse 4. Then said the Most High unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. So the Most High says, you know what? I'm going to send bread for them. I will send food for them. And I'm going to check to see if they are going to stay within my laws or not. Now, Israel, we have to read the Bible in the present, meaning that always compare what occurred in the old days to the present and see how we can adapt ourselves not to repeat the mistakes of our forefathers. Yes, it is good to have drive. Yes, it is good to want more every day. That's fine. But guess what? In no way, shape, or form are you to complain. Being average is not good. No. Because the more you have, the more you will be able to help your brothers and sisters. The more you have, the more you will be able to assist your brothers and sisters who are in need. But do not complain. Verse 5. And it shall come to pass that on the sixth day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. Verse 6. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, At even then ye shall know that the Most High hath brought you out from the land of Egypt. They had to let our people know that, to let them know that you have to remember that it was the Most High that took you out of the land of Egypt. The Most High that retrieved you from slavery in Egypt. Now, verse 12, verse 9, verse, verse 8. And Moses said, This shall be when the Most High shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full, for that the Most High heareth your murmurings. That the Most High hearing, that the Most High heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? So Moses said that, hey, you were not murmuring against us. You were murmuring against the Most High. It is in that same manner, Israel. Sometimes if you are part of a school, if something is not done, do not complain. If you know those who are in charge, the captains, the leaders, the elders, go straight to them and ask them questions. Don't start murmuring. Do not stop murmuring. Do not start complaining. Shalom to Officer Brother. Shalom, officer. Shalom, my dear brother. What are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Most High. So oftentimes you may think that you are bad-mouthing a camp or you are bad-mouthing a leader. Guess what? You are bad-mouthing the Most High. It is up to you, Israel. Now is not the time for us to be into camp banging. Now is not the time for us to be into bad-mouthing other camps. Now is the time for us to perfect ourselves in the law. Now is the time for us to make sure that we keep the laws of Yah to the best of our ability. The church of Smyrna, the Most High had to address the leaders of that church. The church of Philadelphia, the Most High had to address them. And when you read the Bible, these two churches, there were no complaint against them. The brothers in Berea, they opened the Bible to see if what Paul and Silas were saying were true. It is up to you. You have the Bible in your head. If you want to complain, hey, good for you. We will not be with you. Verse 10, and it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Yah appeared in the cloud. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. See, the Most High said that a couple times here. You see, we see this here, murmurings. Now, the Most High says that here, that he heard it. So Moses already told them that, hey, you are not murmuring against us. You are complaining against the Most High. Now let's go to the book of Numbers, chapter 11. We'll start at verse 1. The book of Numbers, chapter 11 and verse 1. Numbers chapter 11 and verse 1. Now, in verse 10, in chapter 10, basically, let's go to chapter 10 and verse 32. Numbers 10 and verse 32. And it shall be, if thou go with us, yea, it shall be that what goodness the Most High shall do unto us, the same we will do unto thee. This is what Moses told Jethro. And they departed from the mount of the Most High 3 days' journey. And the ark of the covenant of the Most High went before them in the 3 days' journey, to search out a resting place for them. And the cloud of Yah was upon them by day when they went out of the camp. And it came to pass when the ark set forward that Moses said, Rise up, Most High, and let thine enemies be scattered, and let them that hate thee flee before thee. So when we were in our state, we were keeping the laws of Yahweh. He wasn't on our side. It is plain Israel. We have to do our best to be on the side of Yah, to stay within the commandments, to be law-abiding citizens. First, what are the characteristics of a law-abiding citizen? Give me some characteristics of a law-abiding citizen. Verse 36, Numbers 10, verse 36. And when it rested, he said, Return, O Most High, unto the many thousands of Israel. Now, what are the characteristics of not get into trouble? Yeah, I want some specifics. Not get into trouble, respect the laws. Yeah, that is a little too broad. Give me at least one or two examples. I'll give you an example, for instance. The laws of traffic. For instance, in a commercial area for us in Broward County, the speed limit is 30. So if you are driving, you are between 27 and 30, that is lawful. But if you are going over 31, 35, 40, hey, you are going against the law. we are to do our best to be law-abiding citizens. That is our major problem. Here, but let's go to chapter 11. Numbers chapter 11 and verse 1. And when the people complained, it displeased the Most High. And the Most High heard it, and his anger was kindled, and the fire of Yah burnt among them, and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp. See, they were complaining. The Most High was angry, so he sent fire to burn them. That's why the Bible says, whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. This Bible is full of examples that we can learn from. This Bible is full of examples that we are to abide by, laws that we are to abide by, the commandments that we are to follow. Israel, we can be perfect. We can do our best to be perfect in the eyes of Yah through Hamashiach Yahushua. Many of our people think that, in fact, let's see what Hamashiach said. Let's go to the book of Matthew. The book of Matthew. Now, the book of Matthew is part of what they call the gospel. Let's see what Hamashiach says in the book of Matthew, chapter 5. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Righteousness is keeping the commandments of Yah. Verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. So he is commanding us to be perfect, not like him, but like the Most High. He is taking it on a greater scale. He is taking it on a higher scale for us to be as perfect as the Most High power. Let's go to Numbers chapter 14. The book of Numbers, chapter 14 and verse 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. They were crying, they were in sadness. But let's see what else they did. And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron. And the whole congregation said unto them, Would Yahweh that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would Yahweh we had died in this wilderness. That is our people. Always complaining. That is why we are the first Karens. We are always in a state of complaining, always in a state of murmuring, oftentimes about nonsense. Oftentimes, all we need to do is put our faith in Yah via Hamashiach Yahawashai. Understand that if the Most High is for us, who can be against us? Let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 28. Let's see what Paul had to say to our brothers and sisters that were in Rome. Let's add verse 25. But, Romans 8, verse 25. But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. That is faith. Likewise, the Spirit also helped our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought. But the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. Verse 27. And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is in the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of Yah. Verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are called according to his purpose. So, Israel, we stay within the commandments of Yah. The Most High will not leave us. Whatever occurs on our way, guess what? The Most High will use it for our good. We may see it as bad, guess what? The Most High will turn it into good. Why? Because he is the one that is watching over us. Romans 8, verse 31. What shall we say then? What shall we say then to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? So if the Most High is for us, hey, even if all the leaders of this world get together to do us harm, the Most High will change the harm into good for us. Israel, let us stop complaining. Let us stop complaining. Let us stop murmuring. In fact, let's do this. Let's go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 5. The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will not leave thee nor forsake thee. Let us be content with what we have. Yes, you can go for more. In fact, always go for more. But do not allow complaint. Do not allow the spirit of complaining to get on you. Oftentimes, many of you may hear us say, donate to this ministry. Now, let's say that you donate to this ministry, somehow, some way, you have doubt of what we are using your money for. Do not complain. Hey, call the school to see what is going on. Call the school, call the Light of Zion to see what we are up to. If you are unable to donate, hey, that's fine. But do not complain. Don't say, oh, I'm not going to give because I do not know what they will do with my money. Hey, Israel, do not do these things. When you are complaining, you are complaining against Yah, not us. The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will not leave thee nor forsake thee. Shalom to all of you. Shalom to all of you. I see that 5 of you are watching. You are currently watching Village of Zion. This is the show Life or Death. Let's go to the book of Psalm, chapter 72 and verse 18. Shalom to all of you who are watching. Shalom. The book of Psalm, chapter 72 and verse 18. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our dear brother Denbo. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our dear brother, dear officer Baraza Matazawad. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our dear elder Emram Israel. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our dear sister Deborah Dennis in Chatham, Massachusetts. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel. My dear sister, you are in our prayers. May the most high Mashiach keep you safe. You know that the light of Zion is a family. We are keeping you in our prayers. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of all those who are currently watching. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Shalom Yasharallah. Let's end with Psalm 133. What we are to learn from these two chapters, Exodus 16, Numbers 11, and Numbers 14, is to stray away from complaining, stray away from murmuring. Do not follow after our forefathers in that sense. In fact, before we go to Psalm 133, let's go to Philippians chapter 2 and verse 14. The book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Yah, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. So Paul had to advise the Philippians in Philippi not to murmur. That means the same spirit that were on our forefathers in the wilderness were on some of the Philippians as well. The book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Yah, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. The lights are nothing but the commandments. Verse 16, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Hamashiach, and I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. For Paul is telling them, hey, for me to know that, hey, I didn't work in vain. I didn't put in work on your favor without profit. Now let's go to Psalm 133. Psalm chapter 133. The book of Psalm, chapter 133. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that went down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there Yahweh commanded the blessing, even life, forevermore. Bahashem, Hamashiach Yahawashai, Fawada, Famyad, Aman. Shalom Yasharallah. May the Most High, through Hamashiach, bless you all. Know that for this ministry to move forward, we do need your help. Please, as much as you can, or as less as you can, donate to this ministry via $sign THEELOZ. And you can also, or you can also send your donation via Zelle, Zelle to 954 297 3705. 954 297 3705. Also, we do have a department called the HAD department. HAD stands for Hospitality and Alms Department. What do we do here? This department, it helps those who are going through hard times. This department, it is there to assist folks that come from other states to visit us. It is also there to help those brothers and sisters that need guidance. For instance, that we have the food drive, and basically, if a brother or a sister needs some help, financial help, this department is there also to accommodate them. Brother Denbo says, would you prefer that I donate to you? No, Brother Denbo, keep donating to Lee County. Lee County, keep doing what you are doing, my dear brother. We have the Light of Zion Lee County, the Light of Zion Treasure Coast, the Light of Zion headquarters. My dear brother, Brother Denbo, keep doing what you are doing, brother. The Light of Zion Lee County is doing some great work. The Light of Zion Treasure Coast is doing some great work. The Light of Zion Georgia is doing some great work. The Light of Zion Highlands County is doing some great work. The Light of Zion Miami is doing some great work. What we are doing is furthering the gospel. What we are doing is making sure that we gather the 12 tribes for the Most High via Hamashiach Yahawashai. Now, the HAD department, if you want to help them, do so as well. They are there. Understand that, Israel. For a car to work fine, all the parts, they have to move in unison. They have to move they have to be in good standing. The HAD department is there to do what it has to do, helping those who are going through issues, especially financial issues. For them, it is $sign LOZ HAD. Now, remember, Israel, we also have a prayer line. Every Friday, we do what we call PFI, Prayer for Israel. For prayer request, you can send your prayer request to to 954 to 754 367 4052. 754 367 4052. Send your prayer request to this line. Shalom, Elder. Abanawa Yahawa Bahashem Hamashiach Yahawa Shabrakatha. Shalom, Elder. Masha Shalom, Elder. Happy to see you, Elder. Israel. Also, the elder he just lost his mother. Guess what? By helping that department, you will be also, in fact, if you are, you will also help the elder. Why? Because currently he is preparing for the funeral of his mother. You know, Israel, uh, a funeral costs money. So any way you can help the heart department, put underneath it for Elder Masha or for the funeral of Elder Masha's mother. This is what we are about, Israel. This is what we are doing. Understand that there is a reason for everything. By doing so, know that the Most High will help you. There is, in no way, shape, or form should we neglect our duties. Meaning that the Most High says, hey, go into the highways and edges and compel them to come in. And as we are coming in, guess what? We will establish departments. And those departments will be there to deal with the needs of the nation of Israel. Shalom, Yahshua. May the Most High through Mashiach bless you all. Shalom. May the Most High through Mashiach keep you safe during this week. May He send Hamashiach Yahawashai to surround you, to provide you with the security and the safety that you do need. Shalom. Kwam Yahshua. Shalom.